Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be spraying this Silverado WA8624 solid white. I have a great color match on it. I had to fix a big dent here you can't see because I used white primer. That'll be in another video. I documented that. I had a dent here I had to fix, and we had to repair the rocker. I'm going to be putting a little sealer on where I broke through here, in here. We'll base it, clear it. We'll go through the whole steps and I'll give you any tips, pointers throughout. For the sealer and the base coat, I'll be using my GTI Prolite. And I have this LumaIII Sun Prolite that I bought. This will be my first time using it. I want to check it out. I bought the adapter for all my guns. I'm kind of curious about how this works. I'm kind of excited for it. I bought the Exodus gun too. And I used that for a clear job the other day. And to be honest, I'm pretty surprised how much I like that gun for how cheap it is. It lays that clear out like, well, it really lays it out better than most guns, which is crazy to me for the first time using it. So I'll be using that today for the clear. I'll do another video on that, an in-depth one, but it feels like an extension of your hand. It's a little bit smaller than my other guns. It just feels good. It's crazy. I was really surprised by that. But we'll get going in this. I'm going to use this gun for the sealer, the base. I bought a new cap off of eBay. I think I got it for like 25 bucks. It was brand new, but it's for a Tecna. But the Tecnas are the same. They're just in a black finish. It's the HV30. So I want to try that out. I'll use it for the sealer and the base. See how that goes. I'll let you know at the end. And at the end of my videos, on all my videos now when I'm spraying, I'm going to let you know the gun I used for each material, for the sealer, the base, the clear, if I changed it up. And I will let you know my air pressures, my fluid settings, my fan settings, and my air cap and air tip, and the fluid tip also. So stick around. I have a dry erase board. I'm going to write it on there after every video so you guys know exactly what I'm doing, and I'll let you know what I think of the results. Let's get going. Thanks for tuning in. I always start out by tack ragging off the hose, get any dust or anything off of there, and then I air blow everything off. I'm going to wipe it down with water base and solvent base. Do that on everything. I always do water base first. I like to finish it off with solvent base so it dries any water if it's on there. I use these microfiber towels. These microfiber towels are way better than them little lint-free throwaway ones you get. They always leave dust or some kind of lint. But these microfiber towels, I bought like 2 packs of them. I just wash them every couple of weeks when I run low. Put them in the washer with a little bit of detergent, no fabric softener or anything, and then I dry them on low with some crumpled up tin foil just to get rid of the static. And they work out great. I recommend that for everybody. After we're done here, I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of sealer. I'm using the GTI Prolite with the HV30 cap, and they recommend, I just got this cap, so they recommend 25 pounds of pressure. So that's what I'm going to use this first time spraying it and see how it goes. I'm kind of curious to see how that is. So it worked really good for the sealer. It atomizes really well. It's an HVLP cap. I bought this light for the Luma, and it works nice, but it's a little distracting. It works really good to see your where you're not covered, or the broken through spots to cover it with the sealer or base. But
It's not a necessity. I would probably prefer just going in there by hand with a Harbor Freight sells these sunlights for I think 37 bucks, and that would be plenty good. I tried spraying it on here with the base. I'm putting the base on now. I'm running this at 25 psi. I'll have all my gun settings at the end of the video. I'll go through everything with you on it. But I tried it with this light, but I just didn't like it. It's too distracting. I'm used to spraying without it. Like I said, it's good for checking it out after, but when I'm spraying, it's just a distraction. And it's nothing against it. I mean, some people might love it, but for me, it's just a little bit of a distraction. I had to fix a spot on this rocker, so I'm just going to blend it out a little bit. Pretty easy. It was a really close match color. I had a color chip for it, and I put the camera on it from PPG, and it was like a 2 match, which is crazy good. They barely get that good. And PPG's color match system is spot on from what I've had it for like 5 years now, and I just love it. It only gets better and better. I'm not going to go all the way up to the hood with the paint, with the color, because why if you don't have to? I mean, we're going to be putting it up to the door, and I already did a spray out for it, and it's going to be spot on. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. So I put 3 coats on here. I probably could have got away with 2, but I had enough to put 1 more coat on just to be safe. And I did not use the blending clear, the blending for the base this time, just because it's a white and I knew it was close. If it was a silver or something like that, I would have put the blending base on there. But this HV30 cap, it atomizes really well. But the one thing I did notice is it kind of atomizes too much at 25 psi. Like the droplets are so small that they dry on the edges before they hit the panel. So the next time I spray something, I'm probably going to go down to like 20, 22. I'll probably start at 22. But I'm betting that it's going to be around 20 psi that I'm going to like it. But it lays it out really nice. And it really atomizes it. You can just see it's so fine. It almost atomizes it too well at that PSI. But I wanted to give it a shot because that's what they recommend. This, there was a dent here that I fixed on a different video. It came out really well. That body line was all messed up. And in the front where the grill comes, there was a little ding there where it was bent in, and we took care of that. We'll just finish basing up here. Like I said, this is the GTI Prolite. This is one of my favorite guns because it can really do pretty much anything with all the tips and caps that the kit comes with. It comes with a 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 2 different air caps. So you can spray pretty much anything with it. And then this is the 3rd air cap I got. It was just, I seen it cheap, so I figured I'm going to give it a shot and see what it's like. Just checking things over. Make sure everything's covered. Make sure that I didn't break through on the sanding anywhere, just a double check so I don't have to add any base before I clean the gun out. White is a pain to blend, you know, and to spray, like if you're doing a complete, because it's so bright, you can't really see your pattern, your overlap. So you really got to be down with your technique when you're spraying a white. You think it would be pretty easy, but here we go. This is the Exodus LumaIII, and this gun I really like. I love how it feels in your hand. And if you're an old school painter, this is the 1.5 tip. They recommend a 1.5 to be like a 1.3 of a regular gun. And this is the OP cap, which is optimized pressure. This is not the HVLP. This gun is like an old school SATA to me, where it really just puts the paint out, and you got to get in there and move fast. And it just, you can really lay this paint out with this if you wanted to. I had to hold back so we can get it to match with the rest of the truck orange peel. But I just wanted to lay it out because it's a fun gun to spray with. And it feels so good in your hand. This is probably the best feeling gun that I have out of all of them in my hand. It just feels natural and it's so easy to just work with. All right, we're gonna pull this off. I don't know if I talked you through 2 coats or 1, but I did put 2 coats on here. Excuse my editing. I'm still learning all this, so. But it's really easy to spray. Well, not easy to spray. It's real fun to spray with. But man, this 1.5, I sprayed it at 29 psi because that's what they recommended. And my second coat, I dropped it down to 27, just so I didn't put so much material on it. And that was pretty fun too. I almost like that better. I'm thinking that around 25 would probably be my sweet spot, so I'll probably check that out on the next time. But this gun is really fun, and it can, if you're doing something you need to look like glass, I recommend this gun because it can lay it out, and you can just feel that and see the atomization. It's such fine atomization with it. I'm really impressed. I'm looking forward to it, and I'd like to get their HVLP set up and see what that's like, but I don't want to put out the money for it right now. We're just pulling this tape off so we get the soft line. I'll check it out real quick. Like I said, we needed to hold back a little bit so we didn't get it too glossy, but I think it's going to match the factory orange peel real well. The body work came out good. The rock guard came out really well. And that line that we pulled this tape off, it's going to blend right in because it's a nice soft line. So hopefully this helped you guys. I'm going to show you my gun settings here at the end. And thanks for tuning in. And we're going to get some more of these out. Hopefully I get better at doing this. I know I kind of suck right now, but I appreciate everybody checking these out. All right, here's my gun settings. For the sealer, 1.2 tip, HV30 cap, 20 psi, fan and fluid were wide open. I think that's going to be good for sealer. The base coat, 1.2, same thing, HV30 air cap. First coat I did 20 psi. Okay, I didn't crank it up. I must have turned it down because I didn't like it. And the second one was 19, and that was also wide fan and fluid. That was wide open. My clear coat here, my first coat, I did the fan 1.5 turns in and the second coat, but the fluid I had wide open on the first coat, and then I turned it in on the second coat. Thanks guys, and I'll see you on the next one.